couple of people have been asking for an update on XRP, and I want to go ahead and address that really quick and give you all a quick little update. But I also want to make note I don't really have all the time in the world to be doing constant updates on XRP. And quite frankly, in my opinion, it really doesn't matter what's happening short term, right? If you're like me, you'll be smart, be a long term investor. We're not looking for margin trading, leverage trading, or anything crazy like that. Not necessarily even doing swing trading to try and make a quick buck off of XRP because, as I've mentioned before, it can be kind of nuanced. It doesn't really work like the rest of the crypto coins do, in my opinion. And so it's really hard to track short-term volatility and what's going to happen. But with that being said, today has been another red day. And we had one yesterday, but really this should be no surprise, right? We can't expect things to always be green. And if you do, you're going to be sadly mistaken. So while yes, when I did do my last video a couple days ago, things were going up, and it was looking great, a red day is to be expected. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead, let's dive into the charts because I don't think all hope is necessarily lost or anything like that yet by any means. We've only retraced like a little bit out of our entire run up so far. So let's look at it and let's talk about it really quick. All right, so if we look right here, we can see this is our chart for XRP. And right now, yes, like I mentioned, it's red. But look, we're only at the 0.382 retracement on the Fibonacci. In terms of crypto and retraces, this is still a very, very bullish retrace. We could even go as far down as the 0.618, and it would still be considered a potentially bullish situation. Now, we don't know for sure. This is our first forming uptrend overall, so we have to be very hesitant what we call a bullish sentiment or a overall uptrend, which is why I'm still not fully convinced we're there. But nonetheless, just in terms of general red and green in the short term, this is nothing to be concerned about yet, in my personal opinion. Now, yes, it is a little sad. We didn't have quite the parabolic move. Our RSI has gone down back below 70, and there's a couple hours left in the day, but it looks like it's going to close below that 70 mark. So will it keep going up, significantly fast? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and find out. But so far, the evidence for that is kind of fading away. But something I do want to point out still that is just really interesting to me is if we flip on over here, we've got the Bitcoin dominance chart. And this would show us what altcoins are doing, right? And we looked at that a lot in our last update. But I just want to point out, even though everything is dipping back down, our Bitcoin dominance is also plunging. So what does this tell us? Well, what it could say is that this is potentially leading into an alt season here. As you might recall, again, from the last update, we looked at this Bitcoin dominance running up and now sideways for a number of months, and it